do you have a long...
Okay, who am I?
Well, you look
I'm an
like...
Oscar.
Oscar, yeah, right.
Did you know that Katy Perry is one of the highest paid celebrity entertainers in the world? She might not have a Grammy to her name just yet, but would you believe that she's actually a couple of $1 million richer than Lady Gaga and twice as rich as Ariana Grande? With hit songs like California Girls, Teenage Dream, and Fireworks, it's truly incredible how Katy Perry was able to build an empire for herself despite scant recognition from award-giving bodies. So if you're curious to know Katy Perry's exact net worth, then you've come to the right place. Beware, though, that you might have to pick your jaw up from the floor once you hear that number. And once you find out how Katy Perry loves to spend her fortune, you might suffer a serious case of FOMO. But before we reveal all that, make sure you leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on so you won't miss any of our next videos. So let's kick things off with the big number. As of March 2021, Katy Perry's net worth is a staggering $330 million. The American singer, songwriter, and talent show judge has truly convinced the world of her value to become one of the most handsomely paid entertainers in the industry. Every year from 2009 to 2014, Celebrity Net Worth reported that Perry took home between $30 and $50 million from album sales, merchandise, tours, and endorsements. And that wasn't even the peak of her career just yet. Between 2014 and 2015, Katy reportedly earned an estimated $135 million before she landed the American Idol hosting gig, which added about $40 million to her growing retirement fund. A little side note, Katy's sizable paycheck drew some side eyes from other judges like Lionel Richie and Luke Bryant, who are apparently earning way less. Sorry, boys. So the question is, how does Katy manage to spend such an incredulous paycheck? Well, for starters, let's talk about her unbelievable real estate portfolio. In 2017, the singer spent $19 million to buy herself a Beverly Hills mansion, which she still reportedly owns to this day. But in 2018, she spent another $7.5 million for a smaller mansion, but still in the same upscale neighborhood. This one was previously occupied by Katy's family members until she decided to put the property on the market in 2020 for $8 million. In October 2020, Katy again bought an incredible piece of property, this time a 9-acre estate in Montecito, California. At least this time, she didn't have to foot the $14 million bill all by herself, since she shares the property with lover Orlando Bloom and now their offspring Daisy too. But that's not all. Whenever the family has to spend some time in the big city, they don't even have to book a hotel. That's because Katy owns the Tribeca penthouse, which she bought for $2.7 million after extensive house hunting. The 1,500 square foot duplex brags of 2 luxurious bedrooms with giant-sized TVs, 2 exotic bathrooms, a well-equipped modern kitchen, and a beautiful terrace offering a full view of the city. But Katy doesn't only like spending money on herself. Like her parents before her, Katy Perry commits a substantial portion of her earnings to charity. Here's a funny story though. In one charity auction, Katy Perry emerged as the highest bidder and won a lunch date with her own partner, Orlando Bloom. Here's how that went down. Katy presented one of the auction items for the One Love Malibu Festival benefit concert, which was organized to help Malibu recover following the devastating California wildfires. The Bon Appetit singer took to the stage to help auction off a date with her boyfriend, but as she explained the details of the lunch date, it seemed like the singer had some second thoughts. Here's what she told the crowd. You can do a motorcycle ride with him to a lunch destination to have lunch with Orlando freaking Bloom. That also means that when you are on the motorcycle with him, you're holding him in a way that I'm not excited about. To try and sweeten the deal, Katy even explained that the lucky person who will win the bidding will also get to stare into Orlando Bloom's deep brown eyes. It was an offer that not a lot of women could resist, so a fan who identified herself as Laura pulled all the stops and bid $20,000 for the date, which no other bidders dared to top. Well, no one except Katy herself. To the delight of the attendees of the charity auction event, Perry stepped in to shut down the romantic date, announcing that she'd buy the date herself for $50,000. And when Katy Perry is not taking $50,000 dates on her lover's bike, she's living it up and riding around the country in any of the luxury cars in her collection. Katy's jaw-dropping fleet includes some Fisker Karma electric cars, which she bought for about $500,000 each, a Tesla Model S, which retails for $110,000 without any of the modifications Katy surely had made to her car yet. She also owns a $35,000 BMW, a $61,000 Audi S5, and a Maserati Gran Cabrio, which cost approximately $300,000. Yep, she is that rich. Another thing that Katy loves spending her millions on are lavish getaways whenever the hustle and bustle of her daily celebrity life gets to her. So for her 35th birthday celebration, the singer flew 64 of her closest friends to celebrate with her in Egypt. While the rest of us have quite intimate birthdays at home with our closest friends and family, Katy and her crew went on a fun-filled 10-day cruise down the Nile River, riding camels through the desert and enjoying the sunset over the pyramids, all of which was captured in a slew of social media posts. Of course, among her VIP guests was her boyfriend Orlando Bloom, who couldn't help but rave about the outing on his Instagram, posting artfully shot photos, including one of a romantic embrace with Katy Perry with the sunset behind them. As Bloom shared images overlooking the desert, he noted that Perry and his mother Sonia were celebrating their birthdays that day. He captioned the image, "It's like looking out over the entire cosmos. Egyptian magic got my heart open to a download of love for my Scorpios, Wonder Woman, both celebrating their birthday." Needless to say, everyone had the time of their lives during this trip, making the thousands of dollars Katy spent worth it. Now, it's pretty hard to gauge if Katy Perry outdid herself during this 35th birthday bash, since she also went all out 5 years earlier for her 30th birthday. Back then, Katy took a ride on the Marrakesh Express as the pop star toured around Marrakech, Morocco, and Paris with a group of 30 pals. The trip kicked off on October 20th that year and lasted for an entire week. Back then, she was still going out with DJ and music producer Diplo, who traveled with the group. He and Katy even went for a romantic dinner at La Jules Verne, right at the Eiffel Tower. Prior to their Parisian excursion, Perry, Diplo, and the gang traveled around Morocco, having dinner on the beach one night. According to one of the guests, there were several fire dancers, knife and sword performers, and every night at dinner, there were belly dancers. We came back the second night and had dinner with lots of amazing belly dancer routines that turned the place into a dance party. The entire trip was planned by an event coordinator, Mindy Weiss, so you know whom to call if you ever want to blow your entire savings account for the birthday bash of your life. Speaking of incredibly opulent things Katy Perry has spent money on, do you know that the singer is an actual Guinness Book record holder for being the owner of the most valuable mouthpiece that has ever existed? Don't remember ever seeing Katy Perry with a rapper-style mouth grill? Well, watching the music video of her song Dark Horse might jog your memory a bit. In this music video, the singer flashes the biggest smile, which blinds viewers with the excessive bling fixated on her pearly white teeth. The singer apparently wanted to shimmer, and this is what her makeup artist thought would make her shine. Quite literally. So they set the singer up for an appointment with cosmetic dentist Dr. Dorfman, who came up with a $1 million mouth grill that made Katy Perry look like $1 billion bucks. But apart from what she wears on her teeth, Katy Perry is also the proud owner and wearer of some of the world's most expensive outfits ever. Here's a quick rundown of the 5 most expensive outfits she's ever worn. Number 1, Musical Couture for the 2014 Grammys. This surreal sheer dress costs $100,000. Whether you believe it or not, it's a Valentino piece which came straight from a Paris runway 4 days before the Grammys that year. Number 2, the Flame Dress for the 2015 Super Bowl. Designed by Katy's good friend Jeremy Scott, Katy wore the flame dress for her halftime performance in the 2015 Super Bowl, where she rode an animatronic tiger. The entire opening wardrobe for this gig was said to have cost Perry a flaming sum of $20,000. Number 3, polka dot strapless gown for the 2013 AMAs. The singer graced the 2013 awards night wearing a strapless floral polka dot long gown from Oscar de la Renta's spring 2014 collection. It was established to have set her back a little over $10,000. It's all worth it though, as she totally rocked this look. Number 4, leopard set with matching teeth bling. That same year, Katy Perry ditched the dauntingly long gown and went full animalistic for the VMAs. Perry closed the year with a roar, clad in a body-hugging leopard print dress designed by a French designer with matching teeth bling, costing her $10,000 a piece. Check out that mouth bling. Finally, we have the Victor and Rolf Royal Blue Trench, which she wore with a Louboutin bag for the autumn-winter show in Paris. Yep, that's Perry, looking suspiciously like Billie Eilish. And that's the kind of life Katy Perry can afford herself, given her incredible net worth.